You can't use that as an excuse. It's an NBA. Every team has back-to-backs. Every team got to deal with it. This is our home court, so that's not an excuse, no. They just took advantage of them, you know. I mean, sometimes they happen, but too many critical moments. I know I had some stupid turnovers that just led to runouts. Stuff like that, defensive stuff, just unnecessary fouls or not being in the right spot. Those came back to haunt us today for sure.
Where do you feel like your comfortability is at as just playing within this offense?
I think it's improving day by day, game by game. Still a lot of work to do, just figuring out where people are, what we're looking for, what we're doing, and how I can best serve the team in that way.
David Adelman talked about possibly putting the ball in your hands more to try to help Jamal Murray out. What's your comfort level bringing the ball up the floor and then having it in your hands?
Yeah, I mean, that helps a lot. Any basketball player, anytime you get the ball in your hands, it brings you some, comfort and gets you in a rhythm. When you don't touch the ball, it's a lot harder to get a rhythm. So, yeah, that's part of the game that I'm really looking to embrace going forward.
When you say where people are, can you give an example of that?
Yeah, so those turnovers I had and the handoff situation, I just kind of got caught between, my mental mapping between where people will be, where defenders are, and I just made the bad decisions in a lot of them. Whereas, just over time, I'll get, Yoke popped on one, and didn't see the roller, didn't see the pop. The drop kind of messed me up a little bit, and I just threw it away. So as I get more comfortable with that, and then just movement off ball. Sometimes I'm able to get a couple cuts, get on the rim, get towards the basket, but there's still a lot of potential in those things. Just doing it once or twice isn't good enough. So just kind of finding that, learning to create space for my teammates, and in turn create space for myself.
You guys are starting to hit that portion of the season where guys are getting hurt without CD for a little while, might be without AG for a bit. Is it harder to kind of keep adapting and keep progressing sort of in a linear way with that stuff when some of the rotations might just kind of change with the flow of the season based on injuries?
Those guys are really important to what we do. They're very talented players, CB and AG, very, gritty guys, contribute a lot to the game. But as part of the league, as part of the game, 82 games is a long season. Sometimes things happen. And so I think we have the depth that we can next man up and rally and find ways to, maximize the guys that we have on the floor. And so I'm not going to use that as an excuse. I think we'll get it back together and keep pushing forward.
Can you elaborate on mental mapping?
Yeah. Just the knowledge of where everybody is on the floor without having to specifically see them. One P-Watt cut, and I was kind of expecting somebody to be out, and it's just stupid mistakes, really. It's just stupid mistakes. But I just mean knowing where all my teammates are on the floor without having to actually stare them in the eyes.
What was it like watching Nikola Jokic playing with Nikola Jokic trying to will you guys to?
He's incredible. I mean, it's like a guilty feeling, the performances he puts together and not being able to come out with a win. He puts his all into it, plays hard, plays a lot of minutes, does a lot of things. I mean, 44 points is it's like no big deal or whatever he had tonight. So you want to win those games when those guys have those types of performances. I think we let up too many points today. I think offensively we probably scored enough points to win an NBA game. So we got to get better and, just like I said, clean those mistakes up and turn those into wins, especially at home.
You talked about having 13 turnovers tonight, but you guys only forced 6. Do you feel like that kind of came from not getting into the passing?
We only forced 6.
Yeah, only forced 6. So how do you feel like you guys can improve on that and be further impact?
Yeah. I mean, you got to improve on that. Anytime they double you up in turnovers, it's not a recipe for success, especially the way we like to get out and run. Maybe just not getting into the ball, not forcing them around. You try to clog up the paint with some of their guys and make them make decisions and, play uncomfortable. But, yeah, the bottom line is they were probably too comfortable tonight.